40 shit. Look, you know my bop? Yeah. Back when I first copped the 38, I was feeling like Pop. Gotta whisper when we conversating, cause these niggas be cops. Niggas ain't active, really be capping, doing a lot. Doing too much. I aim at your drop and then let it flock, then you see him drop. Skirt off in the drop. I take my chance with a rapper, put 3 in his top. I'm not alarmed cause I got a bond, I get cold with a stock. Baby, this money is real and I'm counting, this shit ain't no prop. Had to bring outside till outside really open up. Make some money for you, try to make a comment cause you really don't know enough. Trap line really blowing up. Got you niggas money slowing up. Designer shit got me glowing up. It's A, y'all, I can fold it up. First young nigga in the hood, 2 bricks. Running up 80K, started from nicks. Coke boy, V-Lone off right and some ups. We violate him, he's not one of us. Slid in the hoop, he came back in the truck. She gave me head, we never fucked. She made a shot and she said it was clutch. Only one time, so I said it was love.
Before I go broke like Calvin, I'ma run into the plug like I'm Ace. Hit you, then go through the race to chase your dreams, so I did it at Chase. I'ma touch down at that bank. I'm doing well, way more than Fargo. I cannot give you no credit, you did it. I know I won't see tomorrow. She gonna what I say, so I spin your block on face, so please do not step on these phases. So sit you close enough, you know that's a case closed. You know my niggas is trend setting. I look the 40 and bench pressing. Marry my pot in my whip game. I cook the rock, it looks so precious. I made a meal of the stove top. I'ma put on for the whole block. Little bro always on defense, passing the hammer, said work on your jump shot. Don't pull up if you ain't hit no ops. I heard they send this again. Fuck around and got dizzy, hopped out, and you know that they miss me. Back to 40 out the fanny, be cautious cause I never move risky. Always gotta be shifty, she eat it so she know she can kiss me. I'ma keep counting these bands up, all these blues keep crimping my hands up. I know you niggas can stand us, call it 8 and you get hit out of the lamp truck. Fuck as you niggas is doing, you ain't shooting, you responding with music. Bro killing on the ops, he rolling up, yo this shit is canoeing. I'm in the trap, that's 7 days, I'm in the field, I'm calling plays, I'm getting money, I'm stuck in my ways. Yeah, nigga, we paid. You know what I jack, and that's till it made. I know the ops is all on my page, and after my S, it's double M. Yeah, nigga, we blaze. And after the 4, you know it's the O. Other than that, you know it's the 8. And we gonna grind until we find God. Yeah, nigga, that's gang. Fuck going on, nigga? 30 or flirty.
I still don't know how to do that move.
That's right.
That move, I don't know how to.
40.
Still trying to learn that move.
You gotta do that when we go back to the band.
Yeah, that might be the move I have to learn.
Next Brody's trip.
Next Brody. I mean, we gotta hurry up and set that up, man. Y'all keep playing.
That's a fact. I said I couldn't do September because I'm already going away, but after that, I'm good.
Okay, let me just get the drops queued up, and we're gonna get started. Shout out to everybody that's here.
Yes, sir.
Warm it up. I know y'all hate the horns, but I gotta make sure they warm. All right. Make some noise if you're in the building. If you represent STF, definitely let us know. Let us know. Okay, we got a lot of people represent STF right now in the building. DJ, what's up? Band, what's up? What's up? Julius, what's up? Just showing everybody love. Jose in the building. Yes, he's back. He's back. Fresh off of parole. Birdman, let him free. Birdman, let him free. Gave him his masters back. Listen, there was a lot of negotiation going on.
A lot of people was mad.
For context. So there was we had a kind of contract issues within the organization between this gentleman right here, who's the face of this segment of the network for Future Streamers podcast, the Rick, him and the CEO. So it finally got figured out, and that's how we're here today, because they were able to figure it out. So shout out to you for figuring that out. Matter of fact, let me give you a round of applause for being back, man. We missed you.
It's been like
it has a month. No. Oh, speaking of Birdman, Birdman is here. Oh, I said, can you come into work? That's crazy. You guys figured it all out? Everything good? He has your permission? He's on parole though, right? Like, don't get too comfortable.
I need that max contract.
Ooh, can we get that set up, or is he a role player?
Yeah, we'll talk about it. I'm like Giannis right now.
Oh man.
He said, "Oh,
Giannis?
handshake."
Oh man. Oh man.
Oh, Zay say y'all still trying to like go at it. Y'all need the box. Nah, no boxing going on. All right. Yo, R2G, what's up? Nah, he gotta go soon. Yeah, they said that's an L handshake. I didn't think it was that bad.
Shit is old.
How far does that
I
go
don't
back?
even think kids do handshakes no more.
You'd be surprised.
Yeah, like we used to have mad
that's
handshakes
tough.
back in the
Yeah,
days.
Really?
Yeah, like, do they do handshakes anymore? We used to have a couple.
I think so. Like for the kids. Well, matter of fact, now that COVID hit.
Niggas was just shaking hands.
Yeah, I don't think so. Like I don't think so. Because like would I give you a handshake if I could just talk to you online at this point?
Yeah, that is true.
Like school's out. There's no other
condemn the shit out of people.
Yeah. Like at this point, it's like I don't even give you a handshake. I just give either dap or throw up the X and we keep it moving. But how was your week?
It was good. I had an interview today.
Oh.
For a supervisor position. So
Everything okay?
that went good.
Gotcha.
that went good. Took my sister out to eat.
Okay.
Besides that, my week was smooth, productive.
You had an interview for, would you mind sharing? Or was that something that you got to keep?
Supervisor.
Oh, round of applause, man.
Actually went great.
You think you're going to get?
I think so.
Okay. Yeah, man. Speaking to existence. That was the mansion handshake. People wish they was there. Okay. Is that true? Is that what it? The mansion handshake?
Yeah, that's the mansion. We had 2 mansions. Pop and yours.
2 mansions in 2 buildings. Okay. 2 mansions and 2 buildings. We got a lot of imagination on our hands. They're saying your mic is low, so I'm gonna fix that real quick.
Whose mic?
Yours.
My mic is low. Oh shit.
Yeah. So I'm gonna just turn it up real quick.
I want to wait till JT comes. Yo. You say you live on TV. So you want to introduce yourself now?
Yeah, man. So my name is Corey. Twitch. I'm BC Grim on social media. I do like variety streaming. Also do a lot of competitive gaming. Getting back into Twitch.
Okay. When did you start Twitch?
I started Twitch in 2017.
2017. Okay. So it's been 4 years.
Yeah.
Do you see like anything changing? Like you growing?
See, like when I first started, I had growth, but I allowed just like outside sources to like kind of like muddle that growth. So I took breaks in between to, not I guess cater to certain expectations, but it's like when I see the growth I had now compared to the growth I started with, it's like had I stayed consistent, I'd probably be somewhere totally different right now.
Yeah.
Like had I just like believed like in what I was doing, stay consistent. But that's just all. It's I was just about staying consistent. Just putting my content out there. Showing people who I am, being myself, and just having fun with it.
Okay.
Man, let's give you a round of applause for coming all the way from Brooklyn.
Damn.
Let's start there. Let's start there. For those who don't know, we do record in the Bronx, and I am not a big fan of Brooklyn. I actually try to stay away from there as much as possible. And part of the reason is because of the commute. I did it once by train, and it took me 2.5 hours. And I said to myself, I would never do that again. And then one time I drove, and it took me like 55 minutes. And I said, I'm never doing it again.
That's like driving to upstate New York.
Exactly. And it's like literally Brooklyn's probably about 15 miles away. If that. Huh? Yeah, that's a whole nother.
Going to Brooklyn at like 6 in the morning to beat traffic. So.
I don't even think you beat traffic by going to Brooklyn at 6 in the morning. Exactly.
New York itself.
Are you from Brooklyn?
Yeah, I was born in the Bronx, but like I've spent so much of my life in Brooklyn, like East New York.
I'm sorry to hear that. No, I'm joking, man. I'm joking. I actually I used to teach in East New York. I taught on 213 Osborne Street in Brownsville Projects.
Is that the last time you went to Brooklyn?
Yeah. Yeah, that was the last.
Like, what, 2015?
20 whenever Black Panther came out. I think that was 2018.
2018.
Yeah. So it was definitely that January. And the last time I was there was to see those kids graduate. And after that, I was like, I'm never coming back to this.
So like I was about to say something, like, you know, to you for going to Brownsville willingly.
Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, a lot of a lot of people don't understand, man. A lot of people don't understand what I was going through. I was going to school, and I was seeing people in front of the school buildings that I did not need to see, and the kids did not need to see. There's been knife threats, gun threats, clown threats. I remember one time we had to evacuate the building because there was a threat that a clown would come and shoot everybody up. Yeah. So, and that was Brownsville. That was Brownsville.
It's crazy.
Yeah, and it's one of those places where if you can make it out of Brownsville, you can make it out of anywhere. Like that is where I really saw like poverty in its worst in New York City. Like it was that bad. But you know, that's where you at in Brooklyn.
Yep.
Not Brownsville, but
not
Brooklyn.
I'm more like the super gentrified area. Luckily, like our family kept.
Hold on, let me put the mic. You go.
Luckily, like my family kept the house, so they were just there for years, like since my conception.
Okay.
And then the white folk moved up in there.
Mm-hmm.
It's just been gentrification, like Mexican spots. Like it's beautiful, like so much food. Huh? No, Clinton Hill. So I guess like it's way different than it was when I was growing up. It's a lot like more chill now. I can actually walk down.
Mm-hmm.
So you know, it's
shout out to Jay Savage from Brownsville.
He is? Who the hell was that?
He's a streamer. He be posting videos. Like, I'm in Brownsville.
That's not something that you need to be posting. Turkish from Brooklyn?
Turkish from Brooklyn.
Yeah, I'm about to kick him out.
That's crazy.
Yeah, he might get kicked out for a while. Yeah, matter of fact, I'm put him on timeout. Let me see how. Yeah, I'm about to put him on timeout, bro. There's no reason. I'm trying to figure it out now.
I don't think
I can because you're lucky he's on Twitch.
That's very
lucky. I was about to ban you. But yeah. Shout out to Turk though. I like Turk. He's a good dude. But so how does it feel being from Brooklyn and witnessing that gentrification?
It's different. Like it's an experience within itself because like the best way I can explain it is just like the block party culture. Because Brooklyn is like known for like this block party culture. Like we have like block parties every summer. And so like when you see like different cultures like come into your neighborhood and they kind of like just change up, like, you know, like what I'm used to is like everybody's outside, like music is blasting, like there's a cookout on every different stoop. And then it just went from that to just people like having like salsa like dancing, like salsa dancing competitions in the middle of the street, and the block party ended like 7 o'clock.
Is that? Yeah.
The movie? I seen it yesterday. That's why I was like,
that's why you brought it up. That's an old movie though, right?
Nah, it just came out. The new
Oh, okay. That's where I heard it from. Yeah. Good or bad for the neighborhood though? This change.
And that's the double-edged sword. Like I feel like it's bad to see the culture leave, but the neighborhood is like, compared to like what I've seen growing up, the neighborhood is so much more quiet and more tense. And it's like, yo, damn, like we really had to go through gentrification just to see peace in the hood. Like that's like, it's like I said, it's different. Like it's like there are good people. Like I could stop and I could talk and I could like have conversations with my neighbors, and like I could go to like I don't have to go to the store deep no more. But it's like we had to kick our people out just so we could have this kind of peace. And I feel like that's just ironic to me.
Because my perception of Brooklyn has always been based on the show Everybody Hates Chris. And in that show, he's getting robbed, beat up when he goes to school. The house is getting broken into. Like it's wild. But I understand like that was the 80s and, you know, times were different back then. But I feel like to what you were just saying was it the people that was the problem, or was it the environment that was the problem?
Is the environment, because people gotta understand, like, when you grow up in a certain environment, it's like a certain survival instinct. So, like, I feel like it's the same like for every hood you go to. It's like, if you're not from there, don't go there, because like there have been instances where people we know just walk into a neighborhood and they just never came back. Never heard from them. Like you just don't see it. That was Brooklyn. Like it's like if you're not from that hood, you don't know anybody in the hood, don't walk down that block. So just seeing that change. Not only that, suddenly like before, like back in those times, it was parking.
Yeah.
The food is better. So we got organic markets. It's like everything is organic. It's like what the fuck was we eating before?
Bacon, egg, and cheese. Chopped cheese.
No, look, first of all, we had gourmet chopped cheese. What the fuck is
gourmet?
What the fuck is gourmet?
First of all, I don't even know what gourmet means.
It's bussin'.
Okay. That's what matters most.
But it's like, yo, damn.
Yeah. Gourmet chopped
Gourmet
cheese.
chopped cheese. Like,
That's interesting.
That's
Wait, I gotta address this comment. You're not welcome in Brooklyn. He's talking about me, JT. This is how you put a user in timeout. he's on timeout. He's on timeout.
Went straight to the
Yeah, he's on timeout. I feel like the whole debate about gentrification is interesting because yes, we do love our culture, but living in a dangerous neighborhood is never good for anybody. And I don't know, like, do we really want a better neighborhood at the expense of losing everything that we were so accustomed to being around?
And it's a great question. Like, I honestly don't believe it's worth it because, like, not only like did I grow up in Brooklyn, I also grew up in the Bronx. So I got to experience like multiple, just multiple situations where it's like no shit. Like growing up on the Grand Concourse or like over there, like 170. If you're familiar, like we would go to school. Like one time we went to school and there was just something in the street and it happened to be like a seven head. And like,
A what?
yes,
No, I legit didn't. What?
a severed head. Imagine seeing a severed head on your way to middle school.
That's crazy. Yeah, that's the Bronx. that is the Bronx. That sounds like the Bronx.
And the point I'm trying to make is like I feel like when we grow up in certain situations, but we're so desensitized to certain stuff, like we just feel like that's life. But in other places, it's really not. And I feel like that sucks. Like for a lot of us, like growing up, like growing up and going through like just consistently being like fight or flight mode because it's like, yeah, we want to go out, we want to have fun with our friends, but at the same time, we got to keep our head on the swivel because shit can go wrong at any time.
How do you think?
Yeah, that is
True.
where you go.
Beverly Hills.
Gated communities.
There's some places where you can feel a little bit safer. But do you feel like that has an effect when you become an adult?
It does, and like I moved to Brooklyn, like I guess like peak gentrification. Like around when I was like 19. I'm like 29 now. Shit, I'm decrepit. But like yeah, I moved to Brooklyn when I was 19 because my parents had decided that they wanted to go down south and like start doing stuff with their business, and I was like, you know what, that's too much wilderness for me. Like I want to stay like up here, like concrete, like wilderness. I don't do all that. I don't like it. So like moving to like my neighborhood where my like neighborhood where I for like my like came up in like childhood. I spent summers, Christmases there, and seeing how the neighborhood had changed, like seeing how like there were different like kinds of people, different kinds of cultures moving in, like money moving into the neighborhood, like people just walking around, like no shit, like growing up in the hood, like you just walking in the street, somebody behind you, to turn around, square up, it's just somebody jogging.
Yeah.
And then you kind of just look at it like, oh damn, son, like what, like shit, like what kind of shit did I experience, like growing up? And it's like some people don't understand that. Some people like we didn't really have that luxury of that kind of peace.
Yeah.
Like a lot of us didn't have that luxury of that kind of peace. So it's different as an adult, like just to just chill and just be able to focus on things like and not have to worry about. Like, of course, it's New York City. You still have to keep your head on the swivel, but it's like certain aspects you be able to walk through your neighborhood at night and just chill and relax and just enjoy the sights and just enjoy the people and just be able to have conversations with people. It's definitely different. It's real different.
How does someone now as an adult deal with those situations and experiences that can create trauma? Like, I think that's kind of what you were alluding to. Like,
Yeah.
you're hearing footsteps behind you and your first reaction is to turn around and prepare for a fight.
Mhm.
Like, there has to be some type of trauma there.
Yeah.
So how does one deal with that?
I feel like at its basis is just understanding that you like of course defend yourself at all times, but it's just certain aspects of the world that you have to be prepared for, and it's just certain things that were like engraved into us that depending on where we go in life, we don't really need to carry with us. And I feel like that's the lesson. It's just like knowing that like things aren't always as but if you put yourself in a position to make changes or you around yourself or you change your surroundings, it could be a stark difference in life that you choose to live and the way that you choose to communicate with people going forward. This is like I said, like you grow up in the Bronx, you grew up around like certain kinds of violence, you grow up around like certain types of conflict, certain types of dialogues. You in a sense carry that with you. So when you walk through certain places, you know the talk, like you know what to look out for, you know what to see, like you know what's it's like you could peep shit from a block away. Like you could that don't look right. So like, do I really feel like dealing with this today? Like I feel like that's where like as an adult, that's where I'm at. Like, do I feel like dealing with this? I know what it looks like. It may not be that, but do I feel like taking that chance anyway?
Now, for you, you were in Brooklyn pre gentrification, so PG, P gentrification, and now you're there after gentrification. Now, for the kids that are growing up in the gentrified Brooklyn, do you think that they are missing a part of culture that they need or should experience growing up in Brooklyn?
Absolutely, because like when everybody's just chilling, it's a great time. Like when everybody's just relaxing, like being themselves, like going to different houses. That was my experience. Like when you grew up on a block and everybody knew you, like you could just like go around, like you were just up in everybody's house. I just had I was lucky, like most of my cousins like lived on the block, so I was all up in everybody's houses. As long as I stayed on the block, I was fine. So just being able to run up in there, get a plate, knowing anywhere that I go, like I'll be fed or I'll be cool, I'll be chilling. I just need to be home by a certain time. I feel like a lot of times when people want to experience that, like I'm pretty sure they'll experience that in a certain way, but it won't be the same because it really won't be amongst your people. Like when it's different, it's a different type of comfort when it's amongst your people. When you can like be yourself and not have to like tone down certain steps or you basically essentially speaking the same language. So I feel like they'll be missing out a lot.
Yeah, and I think we've also seen that in the Bronx as well. Like I didn't even speak on my neighborhood. Like I grew up right down the street. We both know Lionel. So like we grew up literally in the same neighborhood. And
guys, I love that.
Yeah, that's definitely the bro. And shout out to him for setting everything up and getting this together and making the connection. And like I can attest to like being in that neighborhood as a kid everywhere I want. Like even his family, like I could go down to his block and his mom and dad made sure if I wanted food, water, whatever. And then if he came to my house was his house. If he ever needed anything or wanted anything, if I had it, it was his. And I feel these kids in 2021 don't have that experience. And I think part of it, to connect this back to gaming, I think part of it is because gaming. Because everything is online. So now I don't have to go to your house to play a video game or to play against you or play with you.
Order you some Uber Eats.
Yeah, like now I can order Uber Eats. I got my game share. I got my camera, my green screen. I got everything I need here, and I can talk to you.
Yeah.
So do you think that this new world of gaming helped or hurt the next generation?
I feel like that's also a double-edged sword because I've met some really great people because of online gaming. It's like people I consider family. So like it's definitely a different experience, like you said, like being able to go to your boy's house, like just playing video games for hours, like like hours of Smash, Tekken, like whatever you guys are playing.
Ooh, don't get into the old school games.
Yeah, man.
Don't get into the old school games, man. They're not ready for that.
Oh boy, man. Just hours, like like we keep on my mask if I can spend the night.
Yeah.
Like just it's different, but at the same time, like online gaming gives us access to more, so we meet more people. And I've had the privilege like meeting people, like like just I've met firefighters, like engineers, just really dope individuals, like just because we just happen to land on each other. And I feel like that's like the true essence of gaming. It's like when you find your community, like it's just it's so random, and then those friends at some point just end up being family because you just spend so much time talking to them. Like they hear your background, you hear their background. Like, oh, that's Viv again, wilding out. It's like it's like I don't think we'll ever be able to get to that point where like just like those basement days where we can just like just hang out. I feel like those days, like it's just up to the community. Like if you want to create those times, you can. But like I said, it's like you say, it's the convenience of like not having to go and not having to move. I feel like we just naturally come together anyway. Like I said, like my boy Cass, I met him back in like 2015, 2016, just playing Destiny. Like that's like what post high school. I watched this man graduate college. Like he's working full time. He's an engineer now full time. Now he's about to get married.
Wow. You met him off gaming?
I met him off gaming.
That's
A
dope.
round of applause for that.
How many people have
When I was in Puerto Rico, right? When I was in Puerto Rico, my little cousin, you pretty much call him my little cousin. He just turned 13, and this is probably my second or third day there. And I wake up, he's in the kitchen, he's crying. He doesn't really speak like really good English, so it's like I'm like, yo, what's going on? I'm trying to like decipher what he's saying, and then his dad comes out, and I'm like, yo, what's up with your boy? He's like, yo, he just had a bad breakup. I'm like, with who? He was like, nah, he met some girl online or like a relationship. I'm like, is this the new norm? Is this?
I think it's not normal, but it's getting there. Like I'm seeing it more. I'm active on Twitter. I'm active in the 2K community, and I'm seeing people just start linking up, and it's just happening. Like it's just.
No, that's the Twilight Zone right there, bro.
I don't know. It's just, to me,
that's because it's insane as a kid for that to be your first experience with a girlfriend. It's like, I don't know what ramifications are going to come from that. Like, I don't know how that's going to affect this kid. I don't know if, I don't know. And I think that is going to be the future of seeing like the development with children, is how they interact with each other, especially with this new thing of social distancing. I don't know, man. I'm like,
I'd be
nervous
for the kids that have to go through that, because what if it's not really a girl?
That's a different story.
We don't.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's like,
and not only that, like
parents got to be careful.
Oh yeah.
And not only that, it's like also like when you meet someone, in some cases, like one or the other would create like a false sense of entitlement. So it's like it may be real for you, but it may not just be real for them. They might just be bored.
Then they got like voice changes and shit now. So
this is what I'm saying. So now it's like you meet someone, because we don't know, what their boy, girl, we don't know. You meet this person, they're telling you, I'm this, I'm that, whatever. And now you're like in a relationship with this person. I don't know how it goes from I just met you to relationship. Like, I felt like when we were kids, it was I met you online, I know you from online, you're my online friend.
Yep.
Like, and that's just really what it is.
My
Like,
favorites on, what was it, MySpace?
yeah, like you're a favorite on MySpace. We're friends on AOL chat room, and I only talk to you on those platforms. Like, we don't call, we don't text. Like, I'm on, we talking if I'm at school or if I'm at home, family, friends. But these kids, I feel like I figured out a way to intertwine both worlds.
Yeah, I made that mistake once and never again.
Would you mind speaking on that?
You want an episode of Catfish?
It wasn't that. It's like when Twitter was first hot, like it's like that freedom was just that freedom is intoxicating. It's like, oh, there's pussy everywhere. So like I was just interacting with different people, different ways. So it's like, of course conversations got pretty out of control. Very out of control. And I feel like it was like a transitional period where I just moved from the Bronx to Jersey. So like I feel like I had just reached like an apex of like, oh, so I can actually get girls. I didn't know. So I was like, oh, so
it's your prime.
Yeah, I can do this. So I'm about this.
Yeah.
All right, cool. I'm about this. All right. And like you said, like it's like it transfers from the DMs to phone. Like when you coming out to see me, and it's like it sucked because like I was still in high school, so I didn't have that freedom. So it's like traveling from Jersey all the way back out to the city just to hang out for a couple hours. It's like it wasn't realistic. And in my mind, it didn't really click like that. It's like, okay, so like I gotta find some way to make this happen. It's like in real life, it just wasn't happening. And people unknowingly caught feelings. It's like, oh, I didn't know we were at this stage or at this point. That's why I said like people created like these entitlements because you can go from vibing to just like one person could just go from vibing to just wanting to be somebody in a fraction of a second, depending on their laws of attraction, because everybody's laws of attraction is different.
That is true. So how do you feel about the whole like e-dates world?
Oof.
Good, bad, toxic, not toxic. What's your thoughts
feel like
on
it's
it?
toxic as hell. Like
You ever been it? You ever did it?
Yeah, because I went through a breakup like around like 2019, like post like before COVID. So it's like getting back out there into like the dating world. So it's like, all right, so dating apps, like, all right, so I'm gonna jump in here. I'm gonna figure out. I'm gonna see what's what. It's what it. It feels like a job interview. It feels like a job interview, bro. And it's like, because I don't think people understand. Like people call like you talk like I feel like nowadays, like I said, entitlement. People are looking for like people like kind of just like throw certain expectations on you. So like they're asking you instead of vibing with you, people just ask you like, hey, what do you do? I understand that you like at a point in life where you want to settle down with a partner, or like you just want to make sure like someone is right for you, or you just want to make sure someone has their shit together. But I feel like this is just people just be digging in way too much. It's like, yo, bro, I'm like, it's like, why can't we just like have fun right now? Like, we can get to that, but I'm trying to like get to know you as a person first, because like that. I mean, that at least that's what I'm trying to do. Like you trying to set us up, you trying to set everything up now, and it's like I feel like it's what people also do is they kind of like focus on superficial shit rather as focus on building those kind of relationships or that friendship that kind of leads into a relationship. Because to keep it a stack, like a relationship is just pretty much just like a friendship on 10.
Okay, that's a different perspective.
Like to me, like I feel like that's what a relationship should be. Like you, like if I'm gonna spend the majority of my time with somebody, I have to really fuck with you.
Yeah.
Like I feel like if it's just for superficial shit, that shit just runs out at some point for somebody. Like when you can generally sit down and vibe with somebody, it's different. And I feel like a lot of people don't get that. Like, everybody's trying to chase the image of the relationship instead of doing them. And I feel like that's what the next generation is going to go through. And I feel like they're going to deal with a lot of like the toxic relationships because it's glorified. Like that relationship is heavily glorified in today's culture. Like,
that's real. So do you think there is like online dating etiquette? That's what I kind of took away from some of what you were saying. Like there are certain things you do or don't do
I believe there is, but at the same time, I also believe that like they're like for every person to talk to, everybody has their own agenda, and no one really makes that clear because no one's really real with from the jump. It's all about. I feel like with online dating, people like kind of present this image of themselves to you, and if you like it, you kind of just see where it goes, and you really don't get to see what the person is really about until you're like deep in the shits, and then you kind of realize like, maybe this isn't what I wanted because you weren't really real about it in the first place. And now we're here, and now I feel like I'm obligated to be here because we came so far, and I just feel that's just kind of misrepresenting this because, to be honest, like some people just on there just either because they bored or they just want to fuck.
Yeah, but
I wanted to ask him something
Go
about
ahead.
relationships.
Sure,
So
sure.
say you
drive
get-
safe.
get serious with somebody
Alright.
off of online dating. Can you tell them that you do gaming? Like, think they were right with
I've done it before, and I've had people look at me like I'm crazy. Like it's
it?
and this is like, oh, you still play video games at your age? It's just like you still wear acrylic on your nails? Like,
Talk about it.
Because I think
Let's
gaming,
talk about it.
I think when you
Oh, he's
tell
back.
somebody that, I think when you tell somebody that you're trying to get serious with that you do gaming, they look at you like totally different, or think that is just weird, but they don't know.
they don't know, and they honestly don't understand. And I feel like when people are passionate about things, passionate about different things,
Mhm.
they're more open to they're more open to seeing different things from perspectives. And I feel like a lot of people are seeing gaming right now. Like gaming for a lot of us was just like hours of pure genuine fun. Like, and that's why I'm so passionate about it. Because I have so many intimate memories, like not only just like with gaming, but just like with friends, with family, like cousins, just like birthday parties, sleepovers. I say that gaming is just a core part of who I am as a person. Like I feel like it just really doesn't really speak much justice on how much gaming has actually done for me as a person, or how many relationships it's like helped me like cultivate with multiple people. So like when people kind of like shit on it, it's like it's like, yeah, I understand because you didn't really have these experiences, or you weren't really into these things. Like everybody was into different things, whether it be fashion, sports. But it's like those things are like actually intersecting or making their way into gaming now.
Yeah.
Like fashion, like it's making its way into The Sims. Like it's making its way into 2K. Like you could buy a pair of Jordans in 2K.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Buy baby clothes, buy anything.
Yeah, no, that's real. That's real. Yeah, shit, that just made me think of a whole lot. Because it gets deep. But now, at what point, online? In fact, before that, you were saying that this is your passion, and why is it that when, as the older you get, because I'm 29, he's 16, so but as you get older and you say that you do gaming, why does it come with so much negative light when this is a passion of yours? Like that part I don't understand. Like, why do people think that games are only for kids?
Because it's a stereotype. Like it is a very stagnant stereotype. Like when people think about gaming, son, they think about sheer laziness. And to a certain degree, that depends on the person, but gaming, like a lot of certain aspects of gaming takes like a lot of more cognitive function that people don't realize. And I don't think a lot of people understand that. And that's why like esports and like competitive gaming, like they get so much gripe now, like get so much flack now, but it's like, yo, bro, you like you're tight that gamers are like starting to make the same amount of money that the same athletes that you praise, like, and it's in just like the very way, like it's real, like it's funny because the Knicks haven't won a championship in like how many years?
Oh wait, let me get the horns ready for that one. Yeah, let's talk about that.
But their esports division, their 2K league,
They won. Yeah.
Word?
Yep.
Yeah. They
Wow.
have real NBA teams in 2K gaming. So like they do a draft, They travel. They get
wait.
gear.
Wait. So you mean to tell me that
So they have a combine.
a combine?
Yeah. So like I could like next year I could sign up for the combine.
Are you?
Combine. I don't know. I'm thinking about it.
Okay.
I've been there. I thought about it last year and didn't do it, but I might do it this year just to do it, try it out.
That's interesting. So you sign up and it's like a real virtual
You got to
league.
do like a virtual video. How it is, you register, you do a virtual video. You tell them about yourself so they can know who you are, show your face, whatever. Then you go in the combine. After you pass the combine, teams actually look at you, and then you go into then you do like a pre-draft, and you go into they do the real draft.
Yeah.
And the real draft is actually in Madison Square Garden.
What?
Yeah. One of my boys went to the draft, but he didn't get drafted. And then the real teams draft you. And there's I think it's 30 picks.
Wait. All right. So now that happens, and are these like created players that they're using, or
yeah, you use for the combine, they give you a player you use. You get a position to give you a player you use. It's because they want to see skill.
Yeah.
Then when you go to the thing, it's your player basically.
So, do y'all think like esports or just like electronic arts in general will eventually like surpass these like traditional in real life sports? I guess is what you call it.
We're already there, like to a certain degree. Like we're already there.
They have
like,
announcers and everything.
I need that.
Like you're in a game.
I need that. And can you help me get that?
Like he said, is get in there. Like we already there, basically.
That's crazy.
It's just not how you say it. Like it needs to just be like promoted more and more. Cause see, you didn't know about it. So when more people start finding out about it, they might start watching it.
So what's like? Cause you do shooting games mostly. So like, what would be like equivalent in the shooting game world?
So
if there is one.
Oh, so it would be Call of Duty League.
What? There's a Call of Duty League?
And there are multiple cities, but then the Call of Duty League, I don't know if these are, so don't quote me. I don't know if these are the right numbers, but I believe it was a $2 million for each city.
Now, all right, take me to the league. Like, what goes on? How does it work?
So I know they have different tiers. So they have their challengers division, and they have their professional division. So their professional division is like the city-based teams. So they do their exhibitions and their matches in the stadiums. So like it's a stadium sport now. Like I'm not sure if you're familiar with Overwatch.
Absolutely.
Right? Yeah, Overwatch.
That's a shooting game?
Yeah.
Okay.
Fun fact, below best Overwatch.
Hey, let's give her a round of applause. She's from the
Even though
Bronx.
it's flopping right now because they go through a lot.
It's okay.
It's
okay.
Do they get paid like a salary?
Yep. It's a salary.
The 2K league players get like $50,000 a year.
A year? For the season? So the season only lasts what? Like
3 to 4 months.
That's crazy.
And then you get gear, travel fees.
So that's better than an actual job.
That's what he's saying. Is here.
And then on top of that, like you can also do endorsements. You can also do like your own streaming YouTube.
Yeah. And then once you like a league player, people are gonna want to watch your Twitch, your YouTube. You might get sponsored by G Fuel or Red Bull, and then they pay you. So it's getting real.
So why don't more people, like, instead of criticizing the field, why aren't we encouraging people to step into it?
Because, like I said, it's the stigma. It's the stigma around the culture that's being created. Like, you know, when people think about, like, when certain people think about gamers, they think about like laziness. Like either you're fat, you're sweaty. Everybody like their own stereotype that they kind of just inject into the gaming culture, and it's like I'm pretty sure you've met people like that, but it's not like that for everybody. You're instead of judging the individual, you're judging the culture as a whole.
Yeah, you have like fat bus drivers and you have slim bus drivers. Like that's any profession.
That's any profession, but it's like, you know, you just think that gaming entails nothing but sit on your ass. Don't get me wrong, that is a very calm aspect of gaming. Like, you know, you do want to sit down, you do want to be comfortable. My gaming chair is very comfortable. So yes, I am on my ass.
Yeah. Well, except pilots. I've never seen like a big pilot.
I never did.
Yeah. That literally just popped in my mind.
That's like when I was if you're a mailman, you're gonna get chased by dogs.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's all.
I ain't
Yes.
never seen a
Yeah, exactly.
Friday.
No, that's a good point. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
I've never
so-
seen it either. I've never even seen like a dog growl at a mailman. Now that I think about it, you know, there's a lot of bullshit we've been taught,
We've been taught.
and we need
For
to start
real.
like dissecting it.
That's how it is with gaming.
So now, how do we get our kids in this field early? Because the way I see it because I'm not in the gaming field like as in depth as you are. Like I'm more of like like casual. When I was a kid, full gamer. Like that's what I did. I had every system from Super Nintendo, and the last one where I stopped was Xbox One. Like literally everything in between, from Sega Genesis to Super Nintendo 64, Dreamcast. Like I was really into it. And then college, all that shit happened. I became an adult. And then it's like I couldn't do it anymore. I just didn't have the time. And but now how do we get our kids in this field and like early and get them to understand that you can do this for money? Because I think that's the biggest difference with a lot of these kids now. Like, especially for us, we gamed for the sake of fun.
Right.
But now you can game to make money. So how do we switch? This is a two-part question. How do we get them in? And then how do we change that mindset?
We just have to allow your kids to be passionate about something. If they're passionate about something, like if like in this case gaming, and they're great at it, or they're just heavily invested in it, them find ways to be part of the culture. Like they don't have to be a streamer. They don't have to compete. You can work in, I guess like they say, like there's so many ways to get involved with gaming now that doesn't involve like actually like picking up the controller. Like you can start a podcast. You can like write a journal about it. You have to be
You could be a cameraman.
a cameraman. You just have to be passionate about it. You just have to be passionate about it in a certain aspect of it. If you wanna take part, if you want to be at the center of it, you can do that. If you just want to be around it, you can also do that.
Yeah.
So I feel like I feel like the most important part is like, you don't go in the mindset of doing it for the bread. You go in the mindset of doing it of just you being able to do what you love every single day, and not having anybody like being able to say shit to you for it. They say anything to you about it.
It's around
That's why I think
follow your passion.
I don't know if you see Space Jam.
Yep.
That's what I kind of liked about the movie was because his son was trying to create video.
Oh yeah, let's talk about Space Jam. We didn't even get into that.
Yeah, like his kid was trying to create video games and he wasn't with it. Like he wanted him to play basketball.
Yeah.
It shouldn't be like that. You should let your kid do whatever he's passionate about.
And I feel like that's something that we all deal with. We deal like some of us deal with the expectations of our parents. That's why I brought up earlier. It's like when I started and I saw growth, I allowed expectations to kind of just veer me away from the path instead of just staying consistent and believing in what I was doing or just staying the course.
Did you see the movie?
Yeah.
What did you think?
I enjoyed it. I felt like it was a fun movie.
Okay.
I felt like Space Jam was a fun movie. Like a lot of people were kind of like mad, like, oh, LeBron can't act. Jordan couldn't act either.
What do you like about the movie?
I just enjoyed the wholesomeness of it. It didn't really try so much to take itself seriously. It was just like I don't want to say it was like kind of like like in some sense it was kind of like an older legacy. Just like like it pays homage in some form to the movie, but in itself, like it's a fun movie. It takes like a lot of the culture that we have now. And it kind of just throws it out there, like in subtle ways. Like I'm like spoiler alert. There's like a certain aspect of the movie where they're all fine out, they're gathering like the Looney Tunes, like they're trying to gather the Avengers and shit.
Mm-hmm.
And Rick and Morty come back and they just
Yeah,
drop
that
off.
was-
They just drop off Taz, like, yeah, so we got what we needed and we're done. So it's all yours now. And they just peel off. That was beautiful. So it was a fun movie, and the message behind it is like, I feel like it in a way it kind of it's a subtle encouragement. It's like, yo, there's a lot of opportunity out here.
Mm-hmm.
There isn't one set path anymore. You can if there's an entryway into something, then allow your child to do. If your child is like genuinely passionate about something and they have access to those tools and allow them to jump in, like, allow them to jump in, like, dip their big toe, like, or get their feet wet, try it. And if they continue to show that passion, encourage it, support it. And it's at some point it's going to take them places. It may not happen immediately, but it's going to take them places because, like you said, look where gaming is right now. Like, we never thought it would be where it is right now. Like, we went from just having like normal everyday people, just like people you won't even know doing voice line, to start to like real A-list actors doing motion captures for video games. Like whole budgets for video games. It's a different kind of world now. It's where everything is openly and readily accessible to you. So it's like, and there's a much more freedom, especially like in the realm of content creation. Like, you got your YouTube, you got your Twitch, TikTok, your kid, because they were born like some kids were just born in privilege. They just got bored. It's like, no, I'm just gonna make TikTok videos today. They're just making millions of dollars for no reason.
Yeah.
They paying us for social media. It's crazy.
They're getting paid, just getting paid to be themselves, essentially.
You say you started gaming in 2015?
I just want to address this comment before we transition from the topic. You don't want to force that sometimes. You don't want to mix business and pleasure.
Yep.
And I think that was in reference to your Space Jam take.
Yeah, that was Space Jam.
And shout out to Team Too Easy. What's up?
Shout out to them. You say you started in 2015, right?
Yeah, Twitch, but I've been gaming for...
Yeah, Twitch. So when you started Twitch, did you think that gaming would be this big? That's why you started Twitch? Or you just did it for the passion?
Honestly, I didn't start Twitch because like I saw like opportunity. Like, I would just work because I used to work Planet Fitness. I'm just working at the front desk. So like, I generally, like, when I'm bored, or like I've had like colleagues like who are like, just as like, I just happen to have a friend that was interested in the game as I was. He's like, yo, bro, you're a funny dude. Like, how come you don't stream? And I was like,
Streaming? What's that?
I don't know. Like, because I've always been on Twitch, but I never thought about like, just being on Twitch and streaming.
You was always on the app.
Yeah, I was always on the app, just watching people, like, just having fun, just like, just watching people, just watching other people do what they love. Like, and it's like, yo, damn, son, I wish I could do this, but I never thought I'd just like jumping into it. I always felt like at some point, like, it would be too late, because it's like, when you see how people, when you see from where people started to where they are now, it's only because at years stayed distant. And I feel like that's what a lot of people don't understand. It's consistency, and for me, it's like jumping into that realm is like, I never really thought about it like that, and it's on top of that, it's like, am I really ready, in a sense, to present myself that way to the world? Am I ready to be myself in front of people I don't know?
Yeah.
And I feel like that's a lot of things that a lot of people don't think about, or they try, or when they do jump into streaming, they think about the money, and they're not really being themselves. They're just trying to. They're just chasing the vision, the dream of getting bread. Whereas, like, if you're just passionate about something, it's gonna catch fire either way, because all it takes is one person.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think that's the part that a lot of people forget, is that you can lose yourself in this field, trying to be somebody that you're not. We see that all the time. And I feel like a lot of people aren't taught the value of being true self. And when they step into this gaming world, it's like, okay, what is working? What is going to give me the clout? What is going to give me the views? What is going to give me the clicks? What's going to give me the shares? And people focus on that. And which is why anytime we have someone on our podcast, I ask them, how much do numbers matter to you? And I want to ask you the same thing. How much do numbers matter to you, and how much does it plague your mind?
So I'm not gonna lie. At some point, when I first got started, like, just like knowing that either one or no people were in my stream, like, it bothered me, and I was anxious. So it was like, and my thought process was like, how do I get my views up? How do I do this? How did I do that? And at some point, I was just like, you know what? If it don't work out, it don't work out. I'm just gonna play video games. Like, I just don't give a fuck. And then just one random person popped up. He was like, yo, like, I genuinely fuck with your content. And this is like, okay. Like, and it kind of just clicks in your head. Like, when you're doing it organically, that's when things start to grow. Like organic growth compared to like either like, just bloated growth. Because bloated growth at any point could just just collapse.
Mm.
You know, like if you're doing something because it's a trend, once it stops being a trend and people don't want to people are on to the next trend, like you have like there's a possibility that like when that trend leaves, all your followers, all your viewers are going to leave with that trend. And I feel like Fortnite is the best part of it. It's the best part of it because like a lot of people hopped on Fortnite once they saw Drake playing with ninjas, and that was big.
Okay, like I said, I'm not a gamer, so that was it sounded like a little bit of foreign language. Fortnite, we're here. I know what the game is, how it works, all that stuff. Now you said Drake did something. What was that?
All right, so Fortnite was one of those games that just happened to blow up by accident. It wasn't really meant to be anything but what it was. Like I don't know if that makes sense, but it was just something that they kind of threw out there. They was like, you know what?
It's free.
It's free. Like it was free. It's like, you know what?
Try it out.
Like here, have it. Like, you know, this is the core part of the game. Like if you enjoy it, you enjoy it. And a lot of streamers started to gravitate towards it, and they enjoyed it. And once the streamers started gravitating towards it, like a lot of other people started gravitating towards it. People started posting their clips online, and Ninja just happened to be one of those players. Like what people don't know, like Ninja actually started in Halo. Like he was in the Halo community. He was a really well known Halo player.
So Ninja's a person.
Yeah.
Yeah. Ninja's a person. One of the biggest gamers.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm learning.
Yeah, so
he's dope.
So like when he wasn't competing in Halo, he was either playing like H1Z1.
Yeah, I only know him because of Fortnite.
Yeah. And that's
he's nice.
Yeah, so it's like when he started, like he was doing crazy shit on Fortnite. He was doing elitist type shit on Fortnite, and it started catching fire. Like people were sharing this shit, and it caught the radar of celebrities who were also into Fortnite, and Drake just happened to be one of those celebrities that was into Fortnite. And he set himself up in a way where he played on stream with Drake. I think it was him, Drake, Travis Scott.
That's crazy.
He played with Juju Smith. He played with mad celebrities.
He played with hella celebrities, and it just took off for them. It just took off for him from there. And then Fortnite's success kind of influenced the culture of live service gaming where it is today right now. Like without Fortnite, Warzone wouldn't be what it is. Apex wouldn't be what it is.
Wow. They kind of copied Fortnite. Apex and Call of Duty copied Fortnite. Well, Warzone.
Fortnite was Fortnite was $1 billion mistake.
$1 billion mistake?
$1 billion mistake.
I want you to dive into that, but I just want to get to these comments really quick. Don't let me forget that Fortnite was $1 billion mistake.
Yeah, I gotta hear
okay.
that too.
How y'all feeling? My name is Del Delex First 48. Tell Chris he said what's up. Also, gaming isn't sustainable.
Delay First 48. My God.
Oh, my bad. I said it wrong. Delay First 48. Yeah. Also, gaming isn't sustainable. Most gamers who get big use that money other ways to make money.
Yep.
Many big time gamers invest or branch behind the scenes because you can lose it all. Yep. Don't put all your eggs in one basket. Learn from the big time.
Yep. That's why Ninja, from his success, he capitalized immediately. He started apparel. He got into acting. He's like, I'm not sure if you guys are familiar with the movie Nice Guy. Like a whole lot of like big streamers are like in that movie Nice Guy.
Let's give a round of applause for those streamers, man. That's major.
Like
that's the goal right there.
They capitalized.
The thing I did got big when I started looking at him, his wife is his manager, which I thought was dope. So I was like, I was like, oh, that's dope. Your wife is your manager. She's getting you all these endorsements. And then I think he had a Red Bull commercial. So I was like, okay.
That's a beautiful thing. So when you have a woman behind you that supports you.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Like that, I just happen to get lucky.
Yeah.
I happen to get really lucky.
Let's give a round of applause for that, man. The support of women, of the gamers, men and women. All gamer supporters, man.
The parents too.
Round of applause. This is giving a lot of love today, man. Shout out to everybody who supports. Yeah, that's crazy. Also, I'm sorry, another comment. Also, gaming is nice, but at least on YouTube, gaming is one of the least profitable topics per view. True, false, thoughts?
I'm not sure. I wish he could call in or something.
Oh yeah. If you want to call in, go to Twitter, DM STF_Chris. Let them know you want to be a part of the show. We'll send you the link so that way you can join. You can, as long as you have a phone, you can put the video up. You can, it's almost like a FaceTime, and you could join the conversation. We'll definitely love to have you on. That's for anybody who's watching. If you want to join the conversation, you could either put your thoughts in the comments or call into the show by requesting the link. But if it is, let's just say it is true. Let's just say, and I'm gonna put it up one more time. Gaming is nice, but at least on YouTube, gaming is one of the least top. That true. Is it worth doing it on YouTube?
I think that's false.
I also believe that's false.
Oh, okay.
Because Twitch.
And someone else said it's false.
Yeah, Twitch, you get paid off sub and ads. You got to be affiliated.
And discoverability on Twitch is ass.
Yeah, exactly. With YouTube, is like I could search Call of Duty and you'll pop up.
Yeah.
Like, and then with each view you get off YouTube, if they watch the ad, you get paid. So every view.
Say that one more time.
You know, video starts with that.
Yeah.
So you get paid for that one person clicking a video for that ad.
Okay.
So that's how you get paid on YouTube.
So now with Twitch, an ad could run on your page and you won't get paid?
You would get paid, but like people will start leaving. People don't run ads because people will leave.
Yeah, a lot of people have it on
like
ad
with
blocker.
YouTube is like you're not running, it just automatically pops up and they're like, oh. Like you'll get it from that. People start leaving for like the next ad, if that makes sense.
I mean, I think that makes sense.
It's easy to, like, you could have 1,000 views on YouTube, but if you stream on Twitch, you may only have 20 people watching. So those 1,000 people got you paid.
Oh, okay, that makes a lot of sense. Yeah. I think that we'll get into that debate, YouTube versus Twitch, in a second. But I before I forget what you said something about Fortnite was $1 billion mistake.
Mm-hmm.
The floor is yours.
So with Fortnite's success, it was mainly because it in a sense, it caught fire more with kids than it did with the adults. Like that was just, I feel like adults loving Fortnite was just the icing on top. But like kids being into Fortnite, like they took that and they took the customization aspect of Fortnite, and that shit just took off. So they had so much money, they just started putting money into tournaments at some point. I believe. Are you familiar with Aiden?
Yeah.
Aiden Ross?
Yeah.
Like not Aiden Ross. He's a Call of Duty streamer now. It was a Fortnite streamer named Aiden. Kid became a millionaire on a Fortnite tournament. So it's like they started bringing in so much revenue. They were just able to take that revenue and put it back into the community, and they made a lot of young kids millionaires.
So how was it?
Because when Fortnite first came out, their core game, it was a game called Save the World. That's what their main campaign was built around. It wasn't built around their battle royale. They built the battle royale because no one was buying the game.
Okay. And
so they just wanted people to test out and play the game. And for like people, especially when people started getting around, when people started coming into the game, they weren't coming for their Save the World. They were coming for the battle royale aspect because the streamers were blowing up the ninja clips, like especially when Ninja played that night with Drake. That was the most views that Twitch had ever seen because not only were gamers tuning in, regular people were tuning in. And so a lot of people got into Fortnite just because Drake was into Fortnite.
Yeah. And one thing about celebrities, one thing I did love, I was watching my nephew play Fortnite one day, and this was during the Travis Scott concert. And I'm not gonna lie, that was one of the best concerts I've ever seen in my life.
And that's what I mean. Because it's like once they saw what they had, they took it and they capitalized on it. They started doing advertisement. They started doing concerts.
But I'm still trying to figure out how is it a mistake?
Because
you think they could have made more money? That's what you're saying?
No, they weren't. What I mean by mistake is like they weren't expecting to make that much money.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay. So it was like a mistake, but in a good way.
In a good way.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. That's why I was a little. All right.
Yeah.
So they didn't. So their intent wasn't even for battle royale to be what it was.
Yep.
They had this other completely different thing that they were doing, that they were promoting. It wasn't working. Then they said, you know what? Let's just throw battle royale out there for free. Let people try it. It blows up, becomes a $1 billion industry or multi-million-dollar industry, and they had no idea that it was going to become that. Do you think that they handled it the right way, though?
They handled it perfectly. In a sense, in the business aspect, they handled it perfectly. But for like the people who started, I feel like the people who actually spent time on the game, I kind of feel like they lowballed them, and that's why a lot of the OGs left, because they made a lot of changes, like a lot of more changes to cater to like the casual crowd that started coming in, and a lot of people didn't like that, because what Fortnite was for a lot of people, like it was fun. It was just pure fun, and then for a lot of people, it became like when it became competitive, and then they started having tournaments, and then when it started getting competitive, they were like, so it's like we really don't need we can cater to the competitive crowd, but we really don't need to. So it's like, we can just like it just became a thing, like, whereas you like if you want to play Fortnite, anybody can play Fortnite, and that's fair. But at the same time, like the changes that they started to make and the things that they started to do, is they kind of in a way like chop down like the core roots of like why a lot of people started, or why a lot of people like genuinely enjoyed, or they kind of took away like the element of mastery that a lot of people had, because they stuck with the game for so long, and I felt like that was a low blow.
Can you give like an example of those changes where they went from like where it started and then they started making the changes to make it more like open to everyone? Can you give like an example?
So I think one of the biggest changes I could remember is like the building aspect, and the building aspect is like one of the main reasons I really couldn't get into Fortnite. I just want to jump in. I just want to shoot people. I don't.
That's how I am.
Yeah, it's like I'll pop a shot at somebody. They're already building like a structure into the heavens.
Yeah.
I got it. I was like, you know what? I was like, like, and then that meta evolved into people like building like around like conflicts. It's like it just became something, like it became like a sort of kind of neutral, whereas like, okay, like if you want to play this game, then you need to know how to actually build, or you need to know how to actually use or farm resources to survive in a fight. And for a lot of people is like they didn't have those reflexes, they didn't have those. So they kind of like put a limit. It's like, all right, so the people that hasn't played in this game before, they get shot at. They already got it. They already got a plan, but they already know what they building, like what they're doing, like what materials they need to make this happen.
What happened? Oh yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, they already know what materials they need to make this happen. So it's like, and I believe we got to a point where it's like as we start coming in, it's like, all right, and it's easy for people to get discouraged when you go up against someone who's already well established in a game. And I feel like that's what they were trying to cater to, and then in doing that, they kind of hurt the people that were already established. And I feel like that's what a lot of games like do nowadays. It's like what's the word I'm looking for? Accessibility.
Okay.
So like you want it's a profit. So like not only do you want to make profit, you also want to give people a chance to enjoy your experience. But in trying to like I guess like mitigate or control or like give people entry to that experience, you in a way either muddle or completely ruin the experience for the people who have been rocking with you for so long. And in a sense, that's it's fair, but it's not fair. Because it's like I feel like there are ways that you can introduce those things without taking away from the people who have already put like the time and the hours in to master the experience that you've created.
And I feel like with that, I hear everything you're saying, but I mean, I feel like at the end of the day, they just want to make their money.
Yep, that's exactly what it is. It's business. It's all business at the end of the day. So it's like at this point, it's like, yeah, we know you guys love the game, but at the end of the day, we just trying to get paid. And that's just our reality.
LeBron a billionaire.
Really?
Yeah.
How?
Last contract he signed.
He signed a Fortnite contract?
Yeah, I bought the skin. It was $20. Yeah.
Wait. So
LeBron is in the game.
Oh.
LeBron's in Fortnite.
So how does that help him become a billionaire?
Son,
They probably-
microtransactions.
Yeah, they probably gave him a contract to put him in the game
Hmm.
because he's actually in the game. You have to buy.
Yeah.
Him with
So,
money.
and that kind of ties into what you were saying earlier, how gaming is tying and dipping into all these different fields and is bringing a lot of things together. And I want to transition into the Twitch versus YouTube debate and which platform is better for gamers. Let's just start there. What do you think about that? Well, both of y'all. What do both of y'all think about that?
Well, for me, like I've just started putting like YouTube content up again because
Well, let's share one of your videos, man. Let's do that before we get into the Twitch versus YouTube debate. Is that cool?
that's fine.
All right, cool. I'm gonna share.
Yeah, make sure I go sub to his YouTube as well.
Yes,
Follow his
absolutely.
Twitch.
Show some love. Let's show some love. Do you want to give us any background before I play it, or just let it rock?
All I can really say is I'm a sniper, bro.
There it is. Oh, whoops. Sorry. It's funny because it's sharing my screen, so now they can see somebody's calling me. How do I get back? All right. Is it still sharing my screen? Maybe not. Oh, yeah. Yes, it is. All right.
Oh, get away from it. Get away from it.
That was a headshot?
Down two.
Oh, shit.
Down three.
Nah.
Let's go. Stop fucking with me.
Nah, I gotta run that back. Hold on.
Down one. Down two. Down three. Let's go. Stop fucking with me.
Damn. All right. I need the play-by-play. What was going on, and how the hell did you do that?
So like
1 second. I just got to.
So the play-by-play was we were like that's Warzone. Like, it was a situation where my boy had because like Warzone's like anybody can go down at any possible because the game is just random as fuck. So it just happened to be one.
Warzone is the one where you come out there like
Yep.
Fortnite.
Yeah, where you
Yeah.
drop
So
out.
I don't really play Call of Duty like that, but I understand.
Yeah,
the
Call of
game.
Duty is stressful.
Yeah.
Call of Duty is
So
very,
so
very
what's
stressful.
happening?
So my boy goes down. Like I'm just in my just like all right. So I just down somebody over here. So I'm gonna go over. I'm gonna pick up this loot and I'm gonna make my way back, and then we're gonna figure out what's gonna go on here. So my
Okay.
boy went down. He's in the middle of the street. So they're shooting at. They're trying to thirst him like because he's already down. So they're trying to clean up the kill, and my boy's trying to rest him up. So I was like, all right. So I'm just gonna get whatever snipes I can get out of this and just move on. And it just happened to happen in my.
it happened so fast.
It happened
right?
so
Did y'all
fast.
win that game at least?
Yes,
Oh, okay.
the game was elite.
So that's the only game you play on stream is Warzone?
No. So I've recently gotten to a point where I kind of like figured out what I want my rotation to be.
Okay.
So like Warzone, like I've always had like a love-hate relationship with Call of Duty. So like, I can only really play Warzone with friends because by itself is just real. It's just real. It's
Yeah, you got to be in a party with them.
yeah. It's
go
like
to the-
it's like the like especially when you play you can't like I could play with other people, but it's like I just
So you
I
don't
just-
play no team deathmatch or
yeah, I played a lot of
zombie?
Team Death. Like I played Team Death. I played Modern Warfare 2, hands down would forever be my favorite Call of Duty.
Okay.
Like I don't think they've recreated that experience for me yet. I feel like the closest they came to that was either Black Ops, the first Black Ops,
Mhm.
and then I think again it was Black Ops 4, which
So
a lot of people slept
what's the
on.
difference between Call of Duty and Destiny? You say you was playing Destiny, right?
Mhm. It
So
was
I'm not
really
really into shooting.
yeah, there was really no stark difference between Call of Duty and Destiny because it was more of a hybrid. It was more of a hybrid of the two. It's just
Okay.
like Destiny was like Halo and Call of Duty just meshed together because the company that the developers that created Destiny,
Mhm.
they created Halo. So they bought a lot of the elements that Destiny was actually supposed to be Halo. A lot of people don't know that. So
they the same owners?
They don't own Halo anymore.
Oh, okay.
Because Halo is exclusively Microsoft's.
Yeah,
people
for
on Xbox.
Yeah, I know that.
So like
and then Destiny's only for PlayStation, right?
no, it was Destiny is cross platforms.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so
okay.
they had exclusive shit on PlayStation for a time.
Okay.
And then like things happened, and then like that kind of just changed up. And they're not really bound to PlayStation, or they're not really bound to anybody anymore. Especially since with the whole Activision thing going on. Yes. But
what did I miss? My bad.
No, we were just talking about shooting games and what games he plays.
Can I play some more vids?
Why do you only post short clips on YouTube instead of long videos?
I actually just posted a video yesterday of
which one of these or
what's this? I think that's another.
This
yeah,
one?
it's I have a I just posted a Dead Space reaction clip.
This one you want me to play?
Oh, you can play that.
All right, cool. Let me share it. It's 12 minutes. We don't have to watch the whole thing.
Yeah, this is like the trailer itself is like 1 minute.
Okay. I mean, this is interesting to me. I would actually want to see this because
First of all, we are getting a Dead Space remake. I cannot contain myself.
Do you edit your own videos?
Yeah.
Now, what game is this again?
Dead Space. So
Dead Space.
this game actually came out way back. Like, so they're actually remaking it.
Okay. Is this like a Halo?
Oh no, it's far from that. It's hella death in this game in general.
Okay. So is it like aliens, like on Earth now? Or like
Oh no, so like the synopsis,
Yeah.
the Dead Space is like you're an engineer sent to inspect a problem. But when you get there, like shit is more fucked up than you realize.
Mhm.
And everybody on the ship is either dead or there's something else.
Okay.
And you have to fight your way through that. And you're one person.
You're one person?
One person.
Holy shit. Is that why your face looks like that?
That video, Dead Space is
Yeah,
fierce.
so like
That's
in the
plot
other
is
portion is
fierce,
just me
and I
watching
like
like
it.
it's like a
I hate
12
horror
minute
shit, but
video.
I love Dead
Okay.
Space. It makes no sense, but
So you're basically like reacting to a game.
Mhm.
Okay.
here we go.
Relation for these
It's some
effects.
fear and
3D
the
audio
plot
with
is going to be crazy.
understanding,
So is this you playing or
where
someone
the
else playing?
sound
Oh, no,
comes
this is
from,
me
having
watching
He's like
it.
reacting
propagation
to
in the
he just
corridors.
is-
Yeah, it's like the
making
dev
it come
video.
from
I'm
the
like
vents
watching the
above
dev
you
video.
or
Just like showing
behind
my
you.
general
It's like a
reaction.
trailer.
These are all
He's
the
reacting-
Oh, okay.
expand on to increase again on the level of immersion and make sure that
I'm not gonna lie, I wanna see you shoot
tomorrow
somebody.
is alive. It's
Oh, I got some clips.
You got some?
dying,
Can I?
but it's still
Alright.
alive and it has a
I
voice.
want to see
And
some
throughout your
people
journey
get popped.
over the game,
Oh wait, I'm dumb. Go back. Okay.
That's actually I have some fighting game clips on here too.
Word.
Yes, sir.
All right, take me there. This one.
I'll go up.
Up.
Yeah, right here.
This one.
Mhm.
All right. What game is this?
This is Guilty Gear Strive.
Okay, I'm assuming you're the big brawler.
Oh no, like, I'm
No?
the short person with the sword.
Well, that's what I get for
Get
assuming.
out of here. Oh no.
First of all, just graphics are crazy.
Nah, he's dead. She's dead. I said damn. Like I said that. I was like, can I maybe I can press one button.
You play Super Smash Bros?
Yeah, I'm actually trying to get into Smash. I've been trying to get my hands on the Switch for the longest because I've been wanting to do content in Smash. I love
Can
Smash.
you hook your Switch up to your computer and stream?
Yeah, it's like I have a capture card that I use specifically to capture console games. And if I'm just like playing on PC, like I'll just like capture a different screen.
So now you lost the first match. This is the second round. Are you playing online?
Yeah,
Are you playing against?
yeah.
Oh my god.
Right.
I'm sorry.
Are you ranked? Are you
Yeah.
ranked in this? You are? Holy shit.
You're right. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.
How many hours did it take for you to get ranked?
Absolutely ridiculous.
That was rough.
Let me turn this down a little bit so they can hear us talk.
Oh wow.
Yeah, just a little bit.
If you had to take a wild guess, how many hours you think it took
I
for you
put
to get ring?
I put a few hours into this game, like quite a few hours into
It's
this
crazy
game.
because I think the PlayStation 5 captures how many hours you put in for each game.
Mhm.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. That's good to know.
I've seen people like 5,000 2K hours. I'm like, what the?
So if you have that many hours, you should be good at the game, right? Like I would assume so. But that must backfire on a lot of kids. Like if their parents know how to check that,
Yeah.
Yeah.
like
for real.
yeah, that could be scary.
Parents don't even know how to check the text message.
True.
So I don't even think that.
But think about it, like the next generation of parents though may know how to do that.
Yeah,
Like, that's where it may get scary. Like these kids that are now coming up in it, like they'll be parents one day.
Yeah.
So they'll know like a lot of maybe because who knows how much more advanced the next generation will be. But they may know way more than what
the next generation be crazy.
It's gonna be scary.
It's gonna be. I feel like we're kind of like just reaching to a point where the next form of entertainment is just gonna be creation. Like you just at some point, people are just gonna be looking for their community.
Oh, hold on, I gotta pause this. I gotta dive into that conversation. Can you please say that one more time?
I feel like the next step in entertainment is actually content creation.
Next step is content creation. What do you mean by that?
So I feel like now I feel like we've reached a peak in the internet where we know that we have access to so many different cultures, and there are so many people out there in the world that we have so much in common with. At some point, if you're putting yourself out there and people discover you, I feel like the possibilities are just kind of endless from there.
Yeah.
Because if a regular person like fucks with your content, who's to say that an executive somewhere doesn't fuck with your content, like where, or a CEO on a plane is like, I really like your like it can go anywhere. Like the possibilities are infinite at this point. And I just feel like it's like not only is this a matter of chance, like because like I said, like you do have to put yourself out there but also with knowing that it's like a lot of people are gonna hop on it. A lot of people are gonna hop on it for organic reasons, and a lot of people are gonna hop on it for the wrong reasons. Like a lot of people are gonna hop on it just to do things. How many people like hop into something and then they hop out just because they didn't get to a certain place because they felt like they should be here, but they weren't there. They could have been there, but they just didn't put the time and they didn't put the consistency. Or they just feel entitled. Like there are a lot of people that go in there and put out YouTube videos, and they feel entitled to this perfection. Like, for example, like say someone posts a video on YouTube and they get nothing but likes, and they just happen to get one dislike. That one dislike can send somebody or like give somebody so much anxiety they just quit YouTube, and they just decide not to get into it again.
And that's the part that scares me so much about like numbers with these kids and gaming, is that we don't have a lot of science behind what this is going to do to their mental, right? Like to start a game, you start streaming. One day you peak at 30 viewers. You hit 30 viewers, and now you think this is where you're going to start every time you stream, and then it drops back down to 5 or 7, and then now you're questioning yourself. You're questioning your ability. Your parents don't understand. Your friends don't care. So it's like, and this is where I kind of always sympathize with gamers, is because, and this is one reason why I love this podcast, is because I feel like a lot of you all are alone. Although it may seem like because you have the viewers, it's a lot of people with you, but you're literally just talking into a camera.
Right.
And there may not be anyone else in the room with you. And and going back to the hours, that's a lot of time alone. And it scares me, but I don't know how to prepare this next generation for what's going to become of that. We got a special guest. Hey, a superstar. Wait, where's the hordes at? Oh, we got a superstar in the building. First of all, I need an autograph. That's number one. Number two, I need you to set a date for when you can come on the pod. Can we do that? But you got to talk, though. I know you don't like to talk that much. All right. She said it. She said it. So now we got to make that happen. I've always been a fan of her, except for the time when she slapped me.
Yeah. She was like 10.
But but I like that scares me because I don't know what's gonna come of this. So how can we prepare for a lot of these kids who are gonna be dealing with some mental issues due to gaming?
I feel like first and foremost, you should just prepare your kids for like the harsh truth. Like not everyone is gonna not everyone is gonna appreciate, or not everyone is gonna watch the content that you have.
Can I just respond to that real quick?
Mhm.
How can parents teach that when they don't understand? Because that's the disconnect. Like if you're a 45-year-old parent, the concept of, again, 30 people watching you play a game is so foreign to them, like they can't grasp it.
Right.
It's like they're still trying to understand, like, people watch this?
Yep.
Like it's really like if you talk to like people that are older, it's like kids really sit down and watch other people play video games. Like, yeah, it's a booming industry. It's only $1 billion industry, but they can't comprehend. So with that being said, if that disconnect is there, how can they prepare them for the discomfort of those numbers?
And the harsh truth is that you don't, because at some point you have to literally challenge yourself. If nobody has the answers for you, then you literally have to figure it out for yourself. Like at some point you have to sit down, you have to think for yourself. And I feel like as a content creator, that's what I'm constantly doing. Like, what do I want to do for my content? What kind of people do I want to attract? Because at the end of the day, like, people like they come for the games, but at the same time they come for you, because you add that extra layer to the content. So when you connect with people, it's different, and people come back for that connection. Like they come back to talk, they come back to chill. Like the kind of atmosphere that I like to create for my stream is, if you want to come in here and chat, you can. If you want to come in here, just have me playing in the background while you do whatever you got to do, or listen to the playlist, or you take it, or you're just chilling, or you just need something to take a nap to.
Mm-hmm.
That I just want to create that space. Connect with people, talk to people. Like, I have people that come to the stream and it's like, yo, bro, are you still at it? And I have people tell me that, it encourages them to go harder in their passions. It's like, wow, I didn't know just a few hours that I put into this. If it encourages people to that degree. So you don't really prepare yourself for that part of the journey. You don't really prepare yourself for those connections. And I feel like once you do make those connections, it becomes clear. Like, okay, I can do this. All I have to do is be myself. And people don't really teach you how to be yourself, because, like I said, everybody always chases an image of something.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you play ball. Like, people play ball because they want to be the next Kobe. They want to be the next LeBron. You play baseball because you want to be the next A-Rod. But instead of focusing on,
you notice they never want to be the next Nick. Just throwing that out there. They never want to emulate a New York Knicks. Just throwing that out there.
Yeah.
Sorry to interrupt you.
Wow.
I'm sorry. Just thought that was. Sorry. We just got a quick comment. Just sent you a DM with images of categories per million views, and you can see how low. Oh, so he's backing up an earlier point about the YouTube and views. Yeah, he said you inflate. That is not even the top 50%. Also, these are 2021 examples. Oh, he doesn't have a Twitter, so he can't join. I'm gonna DM you the link, but you got the floor. I'm sorry.
So, like I was saying, like, people don't really prepare you for that portion. Like, you're trying to be, or you're trying to chase an image, or you're trying to emulate what different creators bring to the table, instead of just bringing yourself to the table and seeing how people react to that.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like that's important. Just being just doing you, like having fun, being passionate about the things that you're passionate about. And like I said, if it's organic, people will either fuck with it or they don't. And that's just organic growth, because like I said, like people are saying, like, you know, trends run out. Like Ninja isn't a Fortnite streamer anymore. Like he's not on the front page of Twitch. He's chilling, like he's chilling off his success, like, you know, playing the games that he wants to play. And it's also it's preparing yourself, you know, be like not only like carrying the mindset that this can take off at any moment. You just have to be mentally prepared for it.
Okay. While that is true, not everybody makes it in gaming. So how do you have that difficult conversation of, you know what, you've given it a lot, this may not be for you? Like I'm a perfect example of telling kids, like, look, you don't really want to do this. I'll tell them straight up. Like there be kids that come to my office and be like, hey, I want to go to the NBA, and I'm like, no, you don't. You know, and but I ask the skivvies of questions before telling them. I ask them, I say, well, how much do you practice? How much do you watch? Who do you talk to? What is the circle that you're around? Just by those answers alone, I could tell if you really want to do it or not. And if you're not putting in the effort, if you're not surrounding yourself with the right people, if you don't really want to put in the dedication, the time and the effort, then no, you don't want to go, and you're not gonna go. Because you're already up against what 99.9% of the people who say they're going to the NBA actually make it. So now you already going against those odds, and you're not doing anything to better yourself, and you're 5'8". You probably not gonna make it. But they say I'm the bad guy when I say that to them.
And you're not. You're just being realistic, and I feel like that goes back to what I was saying earlier. So you're not really chasing the passion; you're chasing the vision.
Mm-hmm.
Like you don't want to go through the things that it takes to get there. You just want to have the spotlight shine on you. Like you don't want to put hours in the gym. Like you don't want to open yourself up to constructive criticism. You don't want to do any of that.
Mm-hmm.
All that's in your mind is like, I'm the best and I deserve this. And it's like, do you really? Like, are you putting the time in? Like, are you really doing? Like, are you really being about it, or are you just pretending to be about it?
Yep. And is that what you tell them? Like, if you face to face and you in the office with a kid and they say, "Hey, I want to do gaming," is that how you going to break it down to them?
How I break it down to them is like, how much do you actually love video games? Like, how like what do video games do to you? Like, you can tell when someone's passionate about something. Like, you can feel when someone is passionate about something. Like, that shit doesn't, like, it's not just like like that. It's something that they talk about and they just run off. They just run off. Like, that's their element.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's like that's them. Like, it's an integral part of who they are. And you can't fake that. You can't fake that at all.
So you think people have dreams that they think they're passionate about, but truly aren't deep down inside?
I believe that's the case for a lot of people. I believe like a lot of people do things because they see other people do this. Like, oh, I can do this too. Like, I feel like I could do this. Like, yeah, I could be great doing this. Like, let's go, let's do it, let's get it started. And then when it comes down to it, and they get into the thick of it, or they run, or they hit like the minor road bumps.
Oh, we got a visitor. We're gonna get you in. We're gonna get you in real soon. We're gonna get you in real soon.
They've experienced some of the good, but now they're going through what, I guess like the quote unquote bad, or like, you know, just like those kind of tests, and like the things that test you to see, like, you know, if this is something that you really want to do.
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of people fold under that pressure.
Mm-hmm.
And the people who genuinely want it, instead of looking at the wall and they're like, nah, fuck this. Like, a lot of the people that genuinely want it,
yeah,
they look for ways around it, or they look for ways through it.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like a lot of people, they say they're about something, but they're so quick to give up on it and move to something else, and then all of a sudden they have a new passion.
Yeah, 100% agree. Couldn't have put it better. You're a better counselor than me, because I tell them, nah, it's not for you. You're not gonna do it. All right, so we got a guest with us. A very intelligent individual. Spent some time with this gentleman in PR. He was out there celebrating our 1 year anniversary. Superstar dancer. Mr. Nice Guy. Nice Guys in the building. Listen, man, I'm gonna give you a round of applause.
I appreciate it.
So what brings you?
Well, I always like to join the gamer streams because one, I love gaming. I've been playing video games since I was in my single digits. My brother introduced me way back in Mega Man X. That was the first game I ever actually learned to play.
I thought you had a question.
But
is there anything in particular you wanted to talk to the panel?
Well, yeah, I actually want to talk when y'all was talking about back to the comment when you was talking about getting into gaming. And I'm speaking from a solely YouTube perspective, because I don't know numbers for okay, good job. I'm on the phone. But I don't know numbers for Twitch and stuff like that, so I can't really talk too much on that. But I sent you the image so you could see an example of how much people are making per category per view.
Sorry. Go ahead.
So I sent you an image so you can see per category per view on YouTube, for example, of how much people make. And while gaming on YouTube is great, I definitely think a lot of people should do it. I think somebody said earlier about getting in is hard because when you're in the bottom percentile of revenue per view when you're doing gaming compared to all of YouTube, it's hard because you keep grinding and then you feel like you're not getting anywhere because once again, you're in the lower percentile of revenue earned per view. Not to say that you can't make the money, it's just that you have to get more views to get to those higher numbers compared to other people, at least on YouTube, who are doing different categories like financial, news, how to make money, and stuff like that.
Well, to get back to that, I feel
yeah, I'm trying to. Hold on. If I just switch this audio.
A little different.
Mic check.
Test. I can hear you. Can you hear me?
If you turn your volume down on your phone. See,
is it feedback? Is it feedback?
Yeah, feedback.
All right. I can get headphones. Give me a moment.
Yeah. So you hear that? Let me know when you're ready. All right. He's ready to debate, man. You ready? Sounds like he's ready to debate. I'm gonna pull up what he sent me, so that way you can see it.
The thing about it is that I'll wait till you come back to explain it because you say he really doesn't know about Twitch or other platforms. So.
Right. You back?
How is it now?
Still sounds like
I can't hear it.
You can't hear it? You hear feedback? Yeah. All right, he's gonna take care of that when he because he's kind of frozen right now. But I don't know what those numbers mean. Can you make?
It's
sense?
actually on the ball, actually.
So is he making sense?
Yeah, because YouTube is generally YouTube generally rise to trend as well. But YouTube has different things whether it be finance, a lot of people are investing now, so a lot of people going on YouTube for investing. Fitness, personal training, it's a lot of people. That's a lot of people go on YouTube for a lot of different things.
Yeah,
but
I don't get this. So basically,
I'm gonna bring it back on
per million views.
Okay.
Each category you get paid by different views. I never heard that.
You're back. He's gone.
Oh no.
Well, hopefully we'll get him back. But
to get back what he said that YouTube pays more than any platform because you have to. How much is it to sub on Twitch?
Like $5, I think.
How much is a sub on YouTube?
Free.
Exactly. How much is it to? Doesn't take much time to watch your videos on YouTube.
Well, I mean, our podcast be like three hours.
But if you have a lot of people have PCs now.
True.
It's so big.
True.
You can tab the video. Like sometimes I'll be like, "Yo, GT, I'm a tab you."
Yeah.
People be like, "I'm a tab you."
Yeah. Shout out to Blade 2K. Tab
yeah,
open.
he just tabbed me. See.
Yeah, appreciate that. That
But
means a lot.
Twitch, you have to Facebook. You have to pay to sub to somebody. YouTube is free,
Mm-hmm.
and then YouTube you get a bigger check. So like Twitch, your checks could vary from whatever people are spending for your channel. So I need people to spend money to watch me. When instead YouTube is you literally could watch me for free.
Yes, but there's pros and cons to that, right? Like your streams on Twitch can be a little more active just because of the music alone, right? Yeah. So like, I think there's pros and cons to both. But let me bring back the guest, Mr. Nice Guy.
All right. For some reason, I'm having technical difficulties, so I couldn't get my headset working. I'll just lower the volume for now.
Okay.
Is that good?
Yeah.
We're gonna just give you the floor because there's still feedback. So say what it is that you need to say, and we'll have to back.
Damn, I'm trying to lower the volume. All right. But yeah. Did y'all hear anything when I said it before?
No, I don't think so.
So basically what I was getting at is I sent you the image so you see the numbers, and I was just saying that it's hard to get into it because even if you got like 1,000 views, you could be making off gaming like, and on a worst case scenario, if your video takes a long time to hit a certain number of views, less than 100, because your money per view is the most when you first put it up, and it depreciates the longer your video stays up. The longer your video stays up, the less money you make per view as the time goes on. So starting, I would say, with gaming is difficult because you're lower on how much you make, and then getting those views to like get to sustainability takes time and effort. It's definitely something that's great to do, but it's just something to keep in mind when you're trying to like quit your day job when it comes to gaming, at least on YouTube.
Well, you can also live stream on YouTube, and when you get monetized, you get paid. Like, so you do like members, which I was telling you.
Yeah. Super chat.
People donate. So ways to make money on YouTube for gaming, because gaming on YouTube is mainly live streaming, not like recorded videos. If that makes sense. But that doesn't show gaming.
No.
That picture show gaming.
But he sent another one.
For some reason I can't hear you.
I don't know what this means. You still can't hear us?
Hold on. I can hear you, but it's low. Let me just get my tablet and I can hear you from there.
All right, cool. Yeah, because we're still trying. Too many numbers. And I just got a book of numerology, so I'm not trying.
I see. Yeah.
You can make more money.
And I don't. Is he disagreeing with that? Okay, so yeah, we definitely got to have this conversation. Because that's where I was confused. So he's basically saying Twitch is the better platform.
Oh, he said he doesn't know about other platforms.
Oh,
like Twitch definitely like Twitch as far as discoverability goes.
Yeah,
it's harder because Twitch Twitch goes by a viewer by the viewer aspect. Like if there's more people if there are more viewers on a certain stream, then people will most likely congregate to that stream.
Yeah, they'll want to come in. So if you got 1,000 people on Twitch and new people want to watch, they'll come into the 1,000 instead of going into the person that has 20 views.
Yeah, like the low viewer pool, like a viewer for like Twitch or viewers is like it's so oversaturated. Like it's just really leaves no room for discoverability.
Yeah.
At all.
And that makes YouTube better because you go on YouTube and you search anything, anybody.
Yeah.
How many views
you back?
Yes.
You got the floor.
I got a little bit of a delay because I'm using two different things because I don't know why the Bluetooth headset wasn't working, but I am back.
So are you saying that like Twitch is a better option than YouTube?
So, not really saying like it's a better option because I don't know. I don't know that information. All I'm saying is that, getting into YouTube gaming can be a bit difficult starting. And I do think Twitch is better, honestly, in my personal opinion. I don't have experience. Ready to go?
I can tell from the
You ready to go? You ready to go?
Yes.
Okay.
It's rough. Like if you're just starting, especially like content, because people generally won't click on your channel unless you're one of like the big.
Guys, I do gotta go. I gotta jump in the car. I gotta drive and drop some stuff off real quick. But if you still are streaming, I'm gonna come back.
Okay. Drive safe. Thanks for stopping by. Damn, no goodbye. Like,
Ernie vibe.
Yeah.
He gave me Ernie vibe.
I didn't even get a goodbye. No, I tried to be
basically,
professional.
He doesn't know about Twitch or any platform, but YouTube is better for live streaming and putting content. My opinion.
Yeah.
I just don't do it because I'm scared of the people from Twitch not be able, because YouTube is like certain rules, you can't play music and stuff like that, copyright. But that's why I never really 100% went to YouTube.
So what are you waiting for? Is what I'm trying to figure out.
I don't know what I'm waiting for.
Scared?
But eventually I am gonna do it.
I think, but don't you think? All right. So in our situation, we were. Oh, he did say goodbye. All right. Yeah.
He said this say goodbye.
Yeah, he said goodbye. In our situation, we were on Facebook. Yeah. So we were on Facebook, and we didn't know any way to get monetized on Facebook. We didn't see any type of money or potential money even from streaming on Facebook. So then we started doing YouTube.
Not to cut you off.
Yeah,
Facebook and Twitch is so basically you got to get affiliated on Facebook, and then when you get affiliated, the way you make money is how you make money on Twitch. Where they don't buy subs, they buy stars, and they got to use that stars to sub to you.
And that's on Facebook. Okay.
So if I buy 5 stars, it's $20. Then I can use 1 star to sub to you, and you get some type of revenue.
See, but I don't know how that works for podcasting.
It's the same as Twitch.
Same thing?
Streaming on Twitch.
Okay.
Yeah, I have to get affiliated, and then people have to sub to you.
Okay.
That makes sense. So y'all could get some type of revenue.
So I guess we didn't understand the formula or what it took to actually get affiliated. So being that we didn't know that, we just all right, we're going to scratch Facebook and we're going to go to YouTube. But then we noticed when we were doing both, we had some people on Facebook, we had some people on YouTube. And then knowing that we're trying to get monetized on YouTube, we were losing out on viewers because some people who were already comfortable with Facebook stood on Facebook. Because there's certain things that you could do on Facebook, like people's comments, comment on people's comments.
It's better to interact. It's better to be able to talk.
Exactly. And YouTube, you can't do that. So it's a little bit more difficult. But in order for us to get more views and more watch time and more subs on YouTube, we had to cut off Facebook as hard as it was. So I say that because in your situation, it may be, it sounds similar to me. Yeah. Whereas, knowing that you're trying to get monetized on YouTube, it's almost hurting your channel a little bit when you're doing both.
Yeah, that makes sense. Well, eventually I'll do it.
I should be a gaming therapist, man. Let me give myself a round of applause. I try, man. I try. I don't get a lot of credit, man. I don't know a lot, but I know something. Is there anything else you want to touch on about what do you have going on for streaming next or in the near future?
So just background by myself. I grew up playing a lot of Halo, so I love Halo. I'm very passionate about the brand and the franchise itself. So just to see that Halo's coming back and it might be a better place. I used to compete a lot for Halo, way back, 2015, 2016, heavily competing, all that while trying to do school stuff, real life things. And I just want to revisit that aspect of just being out, being there, and being able to go to compete at a certain level, being able to compete at a high level for a game that I love. That's something that I genuinely want to give a try. So I'm gonna go out and do that. So that's probably gonna be my focus on my channel for a while, as well as touching on other things that I love, also varieties, playing a single player games, the Dead Space thing. I'm very excited for that. So like I'm just excited to put out content in general.
Yeah.
Like just to enjoy just to enjoy game on a like not only just on a face level, but like on a like just let's like on a spiritual level, just to be to be myself in front of people and like just to give something for people to enjoy.
Okay.
So like I'm excited for that. Hopefully we'll hear something by the end of the year. But right now it's just setting myself up, just like I said, like getting back into like finding a rhythm when it comes to my content, being more consistent with my streams, like not allowing like outside aspects to like to like stunt that growth because like it's like I feel like it's just my time now. Like I need to dig in.
Okay. All right. We have another guest. I don't want to say his name wrong. I said his name wrong in the beginning.
Delayed first 48.
Yes, delayed first 48. Let me get the round of applause ready. Thank you for joining our platform.
You should be pulling up soon, IRL.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Welcome, man. We can't hear you. Your mic might be muted. Okay.
I can hear now.
Yeah.
Yes.
Cool. What's going on, y'all? How y'all feeling?
Good. And yourself?
I'm doing great. Appreciate you for asking. Doing great. Yeah, I just wanted to touch on a point that y'all was I think the other homie that you had in here was talking about and even to the point that you was making. Like I've been doing this like streaming thing for like about 2 years now. Over the last like 6 months, I kind of figured out an algorithm. Like every platform has like an algorithm, and a lot of people don't understand the algorithm before they like join like a particular platform, and a lot of people don't sit in a particular platform long enough to understand the algorithm. I noticed that if you bounce around a lot, because I was one of those that did that when I first started streaming. I was on Twitch, I was on Elixir, I was on YouTube. I kind of was like all over the place, and then you like confuse your audience. So a lot of people make the mistake by bouncing platforms and then bouncing whatever they're streaming. So you got like a lot of people that they'll stream Fortnite, then they'll stream 2K, then they'll stream Call of Duty, then they'll do just chatting, then they'll watch a movie, then they'll do Dead by Daylight, and they're like, yo, I can't gain an audience, but you're like confusing your personnel. Think of it like if you're like marketing music. Like if you're an R&B singer and then now next week you're a country singer, then you're a rapper, then you know what I'm saying? Like your audience doesn't know, like you don't have an identity. Your audience doesn't know like what's a grasp on. So like trying to stick to a particular avenue, and then consistency is key. Like consistency is key on like streaming. So like if you can narrow down a schedule, not even just streaming, just even like content creation period. People want to know that you want to be there, because like you gotta, just like y'all made like the point earlier that like these are not people that you're meeting in person. These are people like over the internet that you're like forming these relationships with, and it's just like you gotta treat it as if it is an actual IRL tangible relationship. If you're dating a girl and you only see the girl once a week, you're gonna take her serious? Not right. But if you're seeing that girl every day for the last 4 or 5 months, then you end up building like a rapport and like a bond with her, and then that's when you grow. So it's the same way, and you got to kind of do it even more in the virtual world, because like we said before, it's not tangible. You're not physically seeing the person, so you have to like consistency is key. And like trust me, like it's heavy. Chris will tell you, today will be like my 87th day in a row streaming, and I've literally
round of applause for that.
Appreciate
Man.
it.
You see the growth.
You see it, right? You see what I'm saying? Like I literally, like I always been like a decent level streamer, you know what I'm saying? Like averaging 30 to 40 over the last like month. My numbers have been 300 plus, 200 plus, like just from seeing like the consistency. So like you have to you have to lock in. There's a lot of people that say, like how you were saying before, like if I'm gonna ask you a specific set of questions, and if you're not like, if you don't have these certain guidelines or these certain things that you're going by, you really don't want it. You know what I'm saying? Or you're not going to be in the NBA because you don't practice every day. You're not networking with other people that are trying to get in the NBA. Like there's a certain guideline, and it's not even just with streaming, it's just with life, period. If you tell me that you want to be a IT or a computer programmer, well, what colleges are you trying to get into? What courses are you taking on your weekends when everybody else is partying and going out and hanging out? Or are you really like trying to develop your craft and like put that time into it, you know?
Right. Yeah. Everything.
So,
and then like you said, consistency. It's like you would stream every day or take a break here and there, but now that you're doing 87 days straight, look, you apply for partnership.
Facts.
Are willing.
Facts, Chris. Facts.
So where do you stand? Oh, I'm sorry. No, go ahead.
Yeah, bro. Yeah.
So where do you stand on the Twitch versus YouTube debate?
So I understand that they're like, even though they seem similar to one another, they're completely different platforms. So like, if you want to become a streamer, if you're more about like just not even just gaming, just like because there's a whole platform on Twitch where like they literally don't game, like it's just chatting. They do podcasts. They kind of similar to what you guys do. I've realized that if you're doing it live, if you're like focused on just like, I want you to be here and there with me, Twitch has seemed like the way to go. And if you're doing more of like content creation where you're like making videos or you're kind of packaging like videos, that YouTube is the way to go. Like it's the way to go. Like there's a lot of people, don't get me wrong, there's a lot of people that stream successfully on YouTube. But in my opinion, it's just harder on YouTube because like somebody has to specifically know who you are. You know what I'm saying? So on YouTube, like even something like me, you see my name, the late first 48. If somebody goes and types in DELA instead of DELX, that's a million people I could have lost. You know what I'm saying? It could be that minute that like the spelling of your name can throw off how many people. But then like if you go into Twitch, you don't have to narrow it down like so specifically. It's just like, I want to watch somebody that's playing Halo today. And then you go into the Halo category and now boom, it's like the whole category and library pulls up of everybody in the world that's streaming Halo. And then now you get to pick. So then from there, again, it's like understanding the algorithm too. Cause like when you're on Twitch, a lot of people like it's like when you see somebody in person, the first thing you do, you look at their outfit, look at the way they're dressed, like something brings you like to them. So that's why I like Twitch, because like I can make my stream very appealing to the eye before you even come in there. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm a firm believer, like, you know what I'm saying, from New York City too. So like I got the gift of gab, you know what I'm saying? So like all I got to do is get you. Yeah, I'm from Brooklyn. All I got to do is get you. Like I'm from Brooklyn. I was born and raised in Brooklyn, and then my family moved out to Southside. We moved to Queens when I was like 8 or 9 or something like that. I understand that. Like I just gotta get you there. You know what I'm saying? Once you come sit in that seat, then I'm gonna keep you. But like on YouTube, I find it very hard to get people to even get in the seats. You know what I'm saying? On Twitch, I can have my overlay. Like I have a very vibrant overlay that's kind of like changing colors and stuff. I have my face cam going. I have a lot of like hologram animations that like when I shoot like let's say I shoot a 3, Nick Young will pop up on my screen and do stuff. If I dunk on somebody, Russell Westbrook could come walking across my screen and stuff like that. So like if you just click on 2K and like, well, I just want to see a 2K streamer, and you see everybody else that just has the basic run-of-the-mill overlay that just got one overlay, no face cam, no nothing, and then you're just scrolling down, you're like, holy shit, I just seen like Russell Westbrook walk across my screen. Let me click on that. Let me see what that is. And then once I get you there, then it's like, all right, from there, now I can engage with you. Now I can do what I do best, which is kind of talk to you and, you know what I'm saying, well, where are you from? Where you going? Oh, yeah, what you like about 2K? You know what I'm saying? And then from there, once, you know what I'm saying, then I could just set that hook, and then now you're going to come back and stuff, you know?
Yeah, that's kind of how I met them. Like I went to the stream. He had the music videos, like
okay.
Inside. He had the
Facts.
I was like, yo, this is hot. Like, I even asked him a couple times. He could tell you, like, yo, how you did that?
Facts.
Videos like this, that, and so he helps out, and his streams is dope. So
Facts. That's that Brooklyn flavor. You know, we gotta be all flashy.
I'm trying my best to keep you on here, man, but
we gotta get him off.
Just saying, the last guy that was in the comments was talking about Brooklyn.
He said, gotta go.
Gotta go. He had to go.
Yo, delay.
That's funny.
You come to New York, we could get you on here.
Yeah, I told you, I'm supposed to be up there in like 2 weeks. Me and wifey planning a trip right now to come back home. So
Okay, let me know.
I definitely will.
Yeah, let me know. I'll try to do a Friday though, but
Say less.
yeah, we gotta get you.
Yeah, we definitely gonna make that happen.
Tell us. All right, fellas. Appreciate the time, man.
All right, man. Thank you. Appreciate you, bro.
No problem.
Let's give him a round of applause for
that was
coming
dope.
on and dropping some dope gems. Oh, we got a lot of visitors popping in today, man.
Day back.
Here to support his coworker.
Yeah, yeah, it was good.
Kev is in the building, man. Shout out to Kev. You know, once Birdman freed Chris, you know, everybody pulled up to your party, man.
Listen to Zay and Warren.
And Warren, yeah. Well, you know, Zay was in the comments.
Yeah, I know.
He was supporting. He was happy to see you.
He texted me separate. He was like, "Finally, we got to get Justin off now."
Just don't go on strike, man. We don't want y'all to go on strike. Please don't go on strike. We can't afford it right now. You know,
I miss
we miss y'all, man.
I want to
miss y'all.
Yeah, we're Ernie.
We got to get Ernie back. We got to get the sports podcast back.
Yeah.
But just did I give him a round of applause? Delay first 48. If I didn't, let me do it again. You know, he came on and dropped some dope gems. You know, he just did it just for the love, man. And I kind of want to ask. I got two more questions. My first one is, what does support look like for you in terms of how can someone support you on your journey? And the reason why I'm asking that question is because he just came on and he didn't have to say any of that. He did that just for the love.
Yeah.
The same thing with Mr. Nice Guy. Like, he came on and just said what he had to say. That's out of love. Like, I appreciate that.
Yeah, they took time out there. To do that.
Exactly. Like, and that's to me, that's your most precious asset, is giving somebody your time in a positive manner. And to go back to the question, like, how can someone support you on your journey?
Just constructive criticism. Like, you know, like, success is all about opening yourself up to just, you know, to certain criticisms. It's knowing when people are looking out for you and knowing when people are looking to harm you. You have to be able to differentiate those things. Like, you have to be able to see, you know, when someone genuinely like enjoys your content and they feel like your content can be better. It's about not taking those elements, because, like you said, like, you're connecting with people. Like, you know, you're putting yourself out there, but, you know, like, there are things that when you first jump into I guess right now, you can say streaming. When you jump in, like, when I first jumped into streaming, I didn't use a camera. I didn't use a webcam because I just wasn't comfortable showing myself. I was like, you know, like a black kid on Twitch. I don't feel like dealing with like people running their mouth, because it's like, you know, people talk hot on the internet. It's like, you know, I can sit there and I can look at you and, like, you know, you're stupid, but it's like, you know, like first I just wanted people to come for the games, and I was just kind of like the fluff, like, you know, my voice, like, talking behind it. And then my bro was like, "Yo, bro, how come you don't use the camera?" I was like, "You know, it's not me." He's like, you can't really think like that, you know, because I can go and I can sit and watch anybody else just play bare games. Like, you know, like, I want to see you. I want to see what you're doing. I want to see how you're reacting. I want to see, or I want to see you. Like, you know, yeah, I'm come from the game, but I want to see you. And I feel like that's important. Those criticisms are important, because learning and getting comfortable on camera, like, I can make those connections. I can talk to people. Like, you know, it's about filtering out the bullshit and just taking in the things that help you grow.
Okay, that's fair. Hey, another round of applause for that, man. Y'all just dropping gems today. This is the Future Gems podcast. And my last question that I have is, 200 years from now, 200 years, what does gaming look like?
I mean, that's a great point. I mean, gaming, like, especially multiplayer, we're kind of transitioning into like a phase where we can't keep throwing numbers on shit. So at this point, it's just like, like the nostalgic things, they're just gonna be a service. Like I feel like that's just a transition. Like Fortnite proved that, yeah, it can be done. It can be done right. So you just needed your own formula. I feel like people are figuring out that formula. So I believe live service games are the future.
Live service games.
So meaning that games are gonna most certain games or like multiplayer aspects are gonna be free. And I want to say like the aesthetic, like the customization, like your weapon skins, your outfit, the effects, like those things. Like if you wanna make your character look like you can pay to do that. And there are games out there that shows that works. So that's just gonna be. And then VR is coming up too. So like who's to say that VR won't make that jump and we won't be wearing like astromech suits with sensors and shit, and then it gets weird from there. So it's like gaming, like it's just gonna be a very, very important part of entertainment.
I'm not gonna lie. I think in 200 years, I think we're gonna have a planet for gaming. I think we're gonna settle on another planet, and they're gonna make a bunch of wild shit up there. And part of the planet is gonna be specifically for gamers that just want to leave and not deal with any of the societal bullshit, bills, laws. They just want to go play their games and go to sleep. I think there's gonna be a planet for it. Not a country, not an island, a planet just for those people. Because I think eventually we're going to become multi-planetary beings. That's just that's a whole nother conversation. But I do think that's what's going to happen. And we will be like inside video games, like experiencing, like Justin just said, like the Black Mirror episode, like when they're literally in the video game, like experiencing it as if it's real life.
They have something already that they like, it's like a treadmill and suit on,
yeah,
you actually in the game,
yeah,
like running, and
exactly.
They already have something like that. So
VR is the future,
and I think in 200 years, like that is going to be in everyone's home. Like that'll be a part of the gaming console, and of course,
buying a P5,
you get the suit and all
an accessory.
Like we always like growing up, we always just like, yo, I wish the video game was your real basketball skill. Like that would be dope.
It is. And I think, it's not only is it leaning towards that in a way, like you said, it already is, but then it's like, now it's like, it's not at the point where it's the norm. Yeah. So like now, like you go to places for that type of experience, like virtual reality, AR. Some people, are fortunate enough to have it in their homes, but most people, if you want to experience it, you have to go to a friend's house or go to like a virtual reality world or something like that. But I think if we're not on another planet doing this gaming thing, then I think at the very least it'll just be AR in everyone's home, and I think that's gonna be like some next level shit where we can't even comprehend what that looks like. Like I could put on a suit and I'm literally getting all of the 5 sensories of what it feels like to be outer space. The touch, the smell, what are your 5 senses? Taste, anything like that. You get all of those sensories from being like just from putting on the suit and being somewhere else. I think that's the future. That's just me. What do I know? And I want to help create it. So if y'all know anybody who needs a gamer therapist or a video game designer, holla at your boy and I'll get y'all right. Chris, you got anything else? Any other questions you want to ask? Do you remember your line?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
How you gotta go with those sounds? I forgot the line. Oh, we don't just pod, we pod to make a difference.
Hey! Look at you. Back like Michael Jordan, man.
Mike was rusty when he first
came back. So you're saying you like who's your Potter basketball player comparison? Who do you think you are?
I'm like Middleton and you like Giannis.
Ooh. Like okay, that. I like that. I like that.
And JT's PJ. I mean, Justin is PJ Tucker.
Oh shit! Shout out to PJ Tucker, man, getting drunk in front of everybody. The word just got in from Birdman. You're fired. Oh, you just witnessed the first podcaster on 40 Central Network getting fired live on 40 Central Podcast, man. And you know, it was nice knowing you.
Keeping it real.
I'll be back.
Yeah, keeping it real goes wrong. We'll see. We'll see, man. We'll see. But thank you for everybody who's been watching. Thank you for everybody who's commented, who's liked, who shared this stream. Thank you for coming. We appreciate you. This was definitely an informative, knowledgeable episode. I learned a lot just from sitting here listening to your story and your gaming experience and the things that you have coming up. Again, like I really appreciate it. You came all the way from Brooklyn. As much as I despise the borough, I do respect the culture and the people who come from there because, you know, we got a lot of dope people who have come from Brooklyn. And if you're still watching, make sure you like and subscribe to the podcast. Make sure that you, if you have anybody else who you think would be a good guest on the show.
We'll even do virtual. We're gonna start.
Yeah, we're gonna start doing virtual.
Like the way it looked too.
Yeah, it's cool. It's cool. Like
shout out to Delayed and who was the other
guy? Mr. Nice Guy.
Mr. Nice Guy. Shout out to
yes, absolutely. Shout out to y'all for coming on. And if you have any suggestions on anybody who else who should be on the pod, definitely let us know. You can always DM STF Chris on Twitter at STF_Chris, or you can hit me up on Instagram at James Motivates. Again, that's at James Motivates. You have some people, someone who just said he wants to come on. This is a live request. Is he gonna get a response in real time?
No, he said kiss.
Yo, what? All right, it's definitely time to close out. Let me get a song queued up.
Yo, Tro, you sus, bro.
Yes, definitely like and subscribe to the podcast, man. We appreciate y'all. Let me get a video ready.
JT was like,
yeah, that was crazy. That was crazy.
That was JT funny as hell.
Time to think.
So you gonna give it to me?
That was wild. I'm gonna share the screen so they can see it. Make sure y'all go run this up. Early phase though, featuring Dottie G's, Rick Rude, Cat the Don, Alfredo. If you got music too, send it to us. We'll play it.
Nigga, that's where I hang out. Catch me in the club, bottle poppin' when the gang out. Bouncing up and down, throwing ones with my chain out. Rolling dice, 4 by 6, I bring that bank out. Head crack, 0 trips, nigga, you just aced out.
Oh, you said we was out. Just gonna let the video play.
Grind hard, G&G, show you what that gang out. Big guns, big buns, every time we stake out. Back and then we go, what?
For real?
Take out. Fried rice, slow made, cook them to
Fruity Pebble waffles. So you can't tell somebody that Fruity Pebble waffles and not have something for them to try. Like if you had pizza, you could say you had pizza. That's something that people never had before.
So the power of friendship is not
Yeah.
You be dapping that conversing with a known rap. We don't condone that. 4/5 a whole lot.
Alfredo, this is Alfredo. Early phase though, featuring Dottie G's, Rick Rude, Cap the Don. Go run it up.
And we don't pick and choose. Shot hitting you and you. Right me nigga Bobby, even though we probably went to school. Man, I'ma show these little niggas how to get it right. Man, you gon' show these little niggas how to lose their life. It's still free, my brothers doing 30 to the life. First smell I get, tell a lawyer, get that shit right. I call Rick and told him, bro, I got a good leg. He called Cap like, Dottie got another head. And he's sweet, man. We don't even need the grips. We don't need the clips. All we gotta do is press the whip. Easy.
Go run it up, go run it up, go run it up. Early phase though, featuring Dottie G's, Rick Rude, and Cap the Don.
Floated. 40. Yeah, disrespect niggas respectfully. Bullets hit niggas in they mind like telepathy.
Trap misconnected, he was playing with the recipe. Call for the tech like the nigga was the referee.
If you don't want smoke, my nigga, then just let it be. I could give a felony. Fuck these niggas telling me.
All these different weeds, what the fuck these niggas selling me? You ain't got the brunch, my nigga, you selling fronts.
What the fuck is in your blunt? 40 kicking like a punt. Fucking with the captain, little niggas getting crunch.
You know my 6'4s get it started. Play a game,
snapping like I'm Carlton, broke trappers trying to bargain, gotta kill witnesses, bed hanging like I'm Harden.
Had 1,000 pints, so a nigga sold 1,000 lines. Early in the morning, I spin his block 1,000 times. Fuck going on, bitch?
Like I said, go run it up. Go run it up. Alfredo, Early Phaso, Dottie G's, Rick Root, Captain Don.
Yo, Doc, fuck hold on, nigga.
I don't know what's going on. They better start playing.
Oh, you dumb.
All right, man. We appreciate y'all as always. Absolutely, man. Thank you for coming. Oh, let me give you a final round of applause, man. This was definitely a W. And we hope that this isn't the last time we see you, man. Oh, okay. Bet. Got you. All right, we out of here, y'all. Have a good weekend. Stay safe, stay blessed, and make sure you like and subscribe to the podcast. It's 40 Central Network. We out. Oh, wait, yeah. My bad. Yeah. Go ahead. Tell the people your handles, man.
Yeah, man. You can follow me on Instagram at BC Grim. So it's it's BC _ GR1M. And that's just my handle. Like, that's every handle for social media.
Yes, you can follow him right here at BC _ Grim. Make sure you show some love. Like I said, we're doing this to support each other. Y'all support us. We support you. If you got something going on and you're watching, let us know. We'll definitely make sure we follow and subscribe and sub and help out. And y'all do the same for us and the guests that we bring on, because we're trying to eliminate the toxicity out of the streaming world, man. We're trying to attack this with love and support. And we're going to do that starting with 40 Central Network. And so make sure you all go and follow at BC _ Grim with the 1. BC _ Grim. We out of here.